Location: nestled in the heart of Illinois, Eldridge Falls was once a thriving industrial town, known for its picturesque landscapes and close-knit community. Founding in early years founded in the mid-1800s, Eldridge Falls quickly became a hub for manufacturing, particularly in textiles and machinery. The town flourished as immigrants settled in search of work, building a vibrant community marked by festivals, schools, and a strong sense of pride. The discovery of radium. In the early 20th century, a local mineralogist discovered a rich vein of radium in the nearby hills. The town seized the opportunity, pivoting its economy toward radium extraction and processing. Eldridge Falls became known for its radium-based products, which were marketed as miraculous cures and health tonics. The rise of industry. By the 1920s, Eldridge Falls was booming. Factories buzzed with activity, and the population surged. However, the dangers of radium exposure were poorly understood. Workers in the radium factories often ingested the material, believing it to be harmless. Over time, health issues began to surface, but the town's leaders dismissed the concerns, prioritizing profits over safety. The turning point, in the late 1930s, as the effects of radiation exposure became undeniable, a series of mysterious illnesses plagued the townsfolk. An alarming number of workers developed severe health problems, including cancers and blood disorders. In response, local doctors began investigating the connection between radium exposure and the rising illness rates. The massacre. Tensions reached a breaking point in 1941 when a group of workers, desperate for answers, organized a protest against the factories. They demanded safety measures and transparency about the health risks associated with radium. Town officials, fearing a loss of business and reputation, met the protest with brutal force. In a tragic escalation, the local militia was called in to disperse the crowd. The protest turned violent, resulting in what became known as the Eldridge Falls massacre. Over 310 protesters were killed, and many more were injured as chaos erupted. The incident shocked the nation, drawing attention to the hazardous practices of radium mining and the negligence of local authorities. Aftermath. In the years following the massacre, the town struggled to recover. The factories were shut down, and many residents fled, leaving Eldridge Falls a shadow of its former self. The government intervened, conducting investigations and holding hearings on the dangers of radium. Laws were enacted to regulate the mining industry, but for Eldridge Falls, the damage was irreversible. A legacy of violence and loss, Eldridge Falls became a symbol of the consequences of unchecked industrial greed and the tragic human cost of neglecting safety. The massacre and its aftermath left deep scars on the community, with many families forever affected by the loss of loved ones and the lingering health effects of radiation exposure. Present day today, Eldridge Falls is a quiet, somber town, where remnants of its industrial past stand as ghostly reminders of its history. The site of the massacre has been turned into a memorial, honoring those who lost their lives fighting for safety and justice. While the town has sought to heal, the legacy of violence and tragedy continues to shape its identity, serving as a cautionary tale about the importance of prioritizing human health and safety over profit.